Hello, Prayerful Heart Consciousness holders. I am just taking a moment to just breathe. And as I breathe, I just take a moment to just think about you as we bring this evening to a close. And if you're like me, your day has been like a whirlwind. We're in the holiday season, and in this holiday season, there is a lot of busyness. The business busyness can have something to do with just preparing for the holidays, or it could be with life being in session. Whatever it is, what we get to remember is there is always the seed of peace within any situation and with anything. And so there is something about being silent and being in the presence of the divine, or just focusing on certain words and just reflecting and allowing that energy of those words to fall upon the fertile energy of the universe and impact the entire world. Let me just give you an example. How about in the busyness of everybody doing their own thing, just one person sitting, breathing, and just reflecting and seeing the gift of peace centered in that situation? So this evening, I invite you to join me in simply hearing the words of Ernest Holmes when he talks about prayer. And these words are very powerful words. He says, to daily meditate on the perfect life and to daily embody the idea is a road to freedom, to that peace that passeth all understanding, and is happiness to the soul of the humankind. Let us learn to see as God must, with perfect vision. Let us seek the good and the true and believe in them with our whole heart, even though everyone we meet is filled with suffering and limitations appear on all sides. We cannot afford to believe in imperfection for a single second. To do so is to doubt God. It is to believe in a power apart from God, to believe in another creation. He goes on to say, let us daily say to ourselves, perfect God within me, perfect life within me, which is God, come forth into expression through me as that which I am. Lead me ever in the path of perfection and cause me to see only the good. And he says that by this practice, the soul will become illumined and will acquaint itself with God and be at peace. So that is what we do when we practice spiritual practice. So I'm going to invite you to join me this evening to seal this evening with this spiritual practice of prayer. And I'm inviting you to just breathe right now. And as you're breathing, we'll sit and listen to a few bars of Dona Nobis Pacem. So we're just breathing right now, allowing those words, Donabis Pachem, to fall on the fertile soil of the beingness of life. And in this very moment, right here, right now, I'm acknowledging the peace that passeth all understanding. That peace which is filled with love, that peace which is filled with light, that peace that is the center and the circumference of all things, all beings, all aspects of life. And in this very moment, right here, right now, regardless of the conditions, regardless of the circumstances, I just acknowledge the peace, the essence, the life, that divine element that is centered and poised and alive within me, that is centered and poised and alive within every single person that I am aware of, every single person that I come into contact with, and every single person that I have ever known. I'm acknowledging this peace that passeth all understanding, and knowing that this peace and this harmony and this divine blessing is fully present in this moment. It is alive within every single person that has this app, that is listening to this prayer, that is watching this prayer, and those that are hearing. The love of God, the joy of God, and the peace of God. And what I know about this God energy, it is simply the goodness of life fulfilling itself, enriching itself, and expressing itself in divine ways. And so in this very moment, right here and right now, what I know is that this loving presence is the light. It is the light bearer of wisdom, the light bearer of truth, the light bearer of that infinite energy of intelligence and joy. It is the light bearer of faith and strength. It is the light bearer of order and wisdom. And it is the energetic of enthusiasm overflowing. It is the balance and the peace and the harmony. And it is the light bearer of forgiveness, allowing and releasing those old hurts and those memories that no longer serve. It is the shattering of the old, a new paradigm fulfilling itself and revealing itself as the infinite good, the infinite richness, and the divine blessing of life. So in this very moment, right here, right now, what I know is that peace that passeth all understanding is the radiance, and it is the fulfillment of everything or anything that has transpired in this day. I know that the presence of the divine has already brought balance and harmony. It has brought peace, and it is that wonderful essence that fulfills itself within each and every one of us, throughout the world and all of humanity. And what I'm knowing in this very moment is that this divine presence of peace and harmony has fulfilled itself and is articulating itself as that where words heal, as that where actions reveal the harmony and the balance and the joy of living, where the thought is that of peace that passeth all understanding. And in this very energetic essence, there is a divine fulfillment. And I know that that divine fulfillment expands and enlarges itself in practical ways throughout all of humanity. And what I'm knowing is for each and every single person that is hearing this prayer, that there is a personal revelation and a personal demonstration of the spirit of compassion and love. There is the practical expression of that divine loving presence in action. And I know that this wonderful presence expands itself as the right thinking and the right idea. It is the graciousness of the divine moving as that divine answer within every question that is posed and the seeking of the solutions and the answers. What I'm knowing is right here, right now, that there is that expression of perfect good as perfect health and radiance within the body temple, within the spirit, within the mental capacity, radiating and fulfilling itself as grace and love, peace that passeth all understanding. It is that divine experience, and it is the energetic of love in action. I know that this wonderful presence has expanded itself and is moving through every relationship. Everything that needs to be said is articulated from a place of love. It is heard from love, and it is love that bears that light, and love that interchanges and dances with itself and fulfills itself as the true essence of living. I know that this is expanding itself right now in a practical way within everyone's experience. And I know that the practical expression of love has already moved into the area of finance, that it is the opulent essence fulfilling itself and enriching itself, with every seeming need met, as the blessing of the moment, as the wisdom and the intelligence, as that divine consciousness of order, as the balance and the light, with every seeming need met, knowing that there is only one, and that one is the divine, expanding itself within the ways and the means of living, within the expression of being, within the expression of love in action. And what I know is, beyond all things, there is a peace that passeth all understanding, and that there is an inner working where all things fulfill itself in a wonderful, orderly way. And I hear these words: all things work together for those that love the lordly presence, and that love is of the universe fulfilling itself and working in a perfect way. And what I know too is that this blessing that I speak of is life mirroring itself, the truth of its being, the essence of its being. It is that working of a miracle, where Emma Curtis Hopkins says, it is where everything works in order, in alignment with pure spirit. And so what I know is this godly presence right now is that divine light, and that something has touched each and every single person, each and everything. And in this very moment, in this very instance, there is a sacred blessing, and that blessing is the divine element of love fulfilling itself, love embracing itself, love in action as a demonstration of divine good. And I'm so grateful to be aware, to be awake, to know that it is the inner working of all thoughts, all activities, and there is nothing unlike itself. That the blessing of spirit is that divine essence, and we hear the words, if God be for us, then who or what can be against us? This is the birth of that Christ consciousness, a new era, a new way of thinking, a new way of being, a new way of embracing that spirit of perfection, knowing that no thing or nothing can hold anything against us or from us. So in this very moment, I'm knowing that my words have power, that they are fertile, and they stand and seed itself within and through and around all of humanity, that it personalizes itself within my life in a divine way and the lives of each and every single person that is hearing this prayer, and that there is a domino effect, a viral impact upon the world where good simply usurps itself, where it fulfills itself, where it reveals itself, and where it expresses itself right here and right now. And I'm so grateful to be present, awake, and fully in the vibration of these words that I speak right now. And so I'm releasing my words into the vibration, the energy, and the light of this thing we call universal law. That sacred yes, that always respond in kind with yes, yes, yes. And so I know that it is good, that it is done, and I'm inviting you to affirm with me. And so it is. Amen. Amen. Ashe, knowing that these words have power, and Aho. I invite you to just simply breathe right now. And as you're breathing, I'm inviting you to just focus for a moment. Focus on the lightness of this moment, the beauty of this moment. And if your eyes are closed like mine, I'm inviting you to open your eyes and to see anew the blessing of this moment and the blessing of spirit in action. So right here, I'm inviting you to just smile and be present in this moment. And as you begin to rest this evening, I invite you to sleep and have the best sleep ever, remembering Dona nobis pacem. The granting of peace is right here within the essence of your soul. And it is this peace that has already gone and created the essence of your experience moving from here forward. Focus on that peace. I'm looking forward to seeing you tomorrow. And so I'm inviting you to have a blessed evening. And if you are liking what we're doing, I invite you, if you're so moved, to take a moment and send a donation in. There is a text going across the screen that invites you to send a donation. Know that you are loved, and we continue to pray with you. And if you have a personal prayer request, send it in. Namaste. Have a blessed evening.